Hedera HBAR will be the best ISO 20022 token in the next 2025 crypto bull run. I'll get into what is ISO 20022, what is HBAR's tokenomics, what is their gossip to gossip protocol, their current price versus their all-time high price, and a little about their governance council. As always, none of this is financial advice, and this is my personal opinion only. But first, I want to welcome you all to Freeman Finance and Crypto, where if it makes money, it makes sense, and I hope it's been making a lot of sense to all of you. I want to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed, and if you haven't, please join the 720 other people that subscribed in the last 28 days and be notified whenever this good content comes out. And I've heard a lot of good things, so I really appreciate all 720 of you. Please hit that bell notification. Well, what is Hedera? HBAR is the native token of Hedera, and they do not use a blockchain technology. They use Hashgraph. But before we get into that, let's look at how big their team or governing council is. They have some of the biggest names in the industry. As we can see, and you're going to notice a lot of these are foreign entities, big global, whether this is big companies or actually countries or banks with that. But you have Dell, Telecom, which is a branch of T-Mobile, Chainlink, Boeing, BitGo, Australian Payment System, Google, ServiceNow, Shinhan Bank, Standard Bank, Tata, UCL, WorldPay. So everything is monetary valued, okay? This is a total use case of how to send money overseas and big transactions quick, okay? And why is it a big deal? And it's because of what the ISO 20022 is. So this is basically, in my opinion, a replacement for SWIFT. SWIFT is now the rules and regulations to send fiat currency worldwide. It's basically the worldwide banking regulations for sending money to different countries or what have you. But this ISO standard guarantees a few things, okay? It guarantees quality and safety across the industries, and it prioritizes environmental consciousness. Hedera HBAR is a negative carbon crypto token, okay? That's very big in today's world. That's one reason why people frown on Bitcoin sometimes. It's proof of work, and it uses a lot of computing power and therefore a lot of electricity, okay? So they've got to be able to know how to work around these standards to be one of the 7 tokens that are actually approved for it. And this is one of my most bullish narratives going into this next bull cycle. But they've got to have compatibility and interoperability. So let's review some of the 2022 ISO token. So Hedera HBAR is one of them. As we said, it's a distributive public ledger that provides fast, secure, and fair decentralized applications. Okay, they're used to pay for transactions on their network, but the thing is, they are very energy efficient. Okay, not only are they energy efficient, they are extremely fast. So when we look at a comparison between something like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and HBAR, you will see that TPS, or transactions per second, is drastically improved. And that's needed if you're doing big scale transactions across the world and replacing something like SWIFT. So Bitcoin had 7, Ethereum had 30, and Hedera is well over 10,000. And when you look at the fees, $10 on Bitcoin, over 60 cents on Ethereum, and negligible, just about free on Hedera. And when you look at this bottom row right here, this is the energy consumption. There's almost no watt hours used to do a transaction, and the transaction is completed within 3 to 7 seconds. So that's amazing. So how do they get this large transactions per second so cheap? It uses their Hashgraph technology and something called gossip to gossip. So what the gossip to gossip needs, it needs a timestamp, transactions, and it can hold 0 or more transactions, and it has 2 different hashes. They call one a self-parent hash and the other one's the other parent, and then a digital signature. So the way I like to describe this is it's kind of a game of telephone. So say one person makes a transaction, and that's the block essentially. You can think of it as a block. Then it talks to a random one and sees if it knows the same thing. And then that talks to a random one and sees if that knows the same thing. So just think of it as this. You had a rumor around school and you went up to a random person. You said, "Hey, have you heard Billy and Madison are dating?" And they say, yeah, I heard that. So then you go to this random guy named Jimmy. "Hey, have you heard Billy and Madison are dating?" And it's kind of like that. That's a really simplistic way to think about it, but that is how it is confirmed on Hashgraph technology, and this is the only Hashgraph technology there is. Other things are blockchains, block DAGs. This is a type of DAG, but it is Hashgraph technology. So let's look into the tokenomics a little bit before we get into the price and the all-time high. So this is more of a centralized token, but I think that's okay. I think you need a centralized team to build something that is going to go global. Okay, you need to think that ISO 20022 tokens are not the peer-to-peer type of transaction thing. This is a bet on big mainstream adoption with government entities. So if you're betting on something like Quant or HBAR like I am, you're probably already came to the realization that CBDCs are coming, central bank digital currencies. I've accepted it. It's not that I actually like it, but you will see the founders have 14%. The Hedera pre-minted treasury has 32%, employees 4%, purchase agreements 17%, and the ecosystem 24%. Okay, so there is definitely more centralization, but I haven't been yet to see any big dumps. But like I said, none of this is financial advice. This is all my personal opinion. So currently, Hedera HBAR is sitting at $4.5 billion. Let's just round up a little bit, okay? And it's at 13 cents. So let's come in just about the last month, see the price action. We went from 7 cents to 13 cents. So the tokenomics of HBAR is there's 50 billion total HBAR that'll ever be in supply, and there's currently about 34 billion in circulation. So there's still approximately 25% left to go, give or take, something like that. But the volume has done great and the price has increased greatly. This doesn't mean it'll continue to do this. Everyone do your own research, please. But this is something that I have personally been in for a long time, and I truly believe in it. But let's look at all-time high and how market cap and inflation really matters when it comes to that. So if we were just to pull this chart back, okay, let's go all time. We can pick one of these up here and we can say, okay, there was an all-time high of HBAR of 45 cents, okay? And to make numbers easy, right now we're at 13 cents, but let's just round up to 15. I think we'll be there sooner than later anyways. So we can say, okay, we're 3 times away from reaching the all-time high price, okay? So that would be a fair statement. However, if you look at total market cap, and this is due to inflation, we are currently at $4.5 billion in market cap, when at that time we hit that high, it was under 7 billion market cap. And so what does that mean? That means that 7 billion market cap will not get us to that 45 cent HBAR, okay? To get that 45 cent HBAR, we would need a 3 times multiple of market cap from here. So we're at 4.5. That'd be 13.5 billion market cap in order to get a 45-cent HBAR, which I do definitely think is possible. Not financial advice, my personal opinion, but I am very bullish on HBAR. I think this ISO 20022 narrative with HBAR and quant will make these climb in the total market dominance, and so I would see them getting into the top 20, and the top 20 right now with a $2.5 trillion total market cap of crypto, I think it'll get to 10 trillion. So that would make this about a $28 billion market cap for Hedera if it reached number 20. And so a 28 from here is about a 6x, which brings us right around $1. Some people say $2, $3, but I think right around $1 is probably where HBAR will go. But like I said, none of this is financial advice, and this is a conservative prediction for me. But again, y'all, thank you for joining Freeman Finance and Crypto. I have been so happy and so thankful for the engagement. 720 subscribers over the last 28 days. If you're not one of them, please subscribe, join the Freeman Finance and Crypto family, and hit the bell notification. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you very much.